If there's one thing that I, and many other OSC members, love to make, it's gotta be Gijinkas. Gijinka, for those who are in the know, is a Japanese term meaning humanization. It's for when you take non-human things like animals, creatures, and even objects and turn them into humans. They're very prominent in the OSC and for good reason. It's both extremely fun to imagine these characters with features like us, and good character design practice, as you need to be able to encapsulate both the original object along with their personality. It also makes it so insecure teens can draw objects or ship are in public without feeling like a weirdo. Don't ask me how I know this. As someone who's really passionate about character design and just loves designing Gijinkas in general, I wanted to test my abilities and see if people can figure out which character is which. At the end of the video, I'll be going over your guys' guesses on each of the characters. So let's hop into designing, shall we? The first character I wanted to design was Needy from Battle for Dream Island Elsewhere. Whenever I design Gijinkas, one of my favorite things to do is to try and incorporate the silhouette of the character into the design, usually through the hair. So for Needy, I want to give her a very big rectangular weave. I struggled on how to incorporate the needle and plunger, but then I realized I could turn them into big chunky headphones. This not only gives the form of the syringe, but the headphones also encapsulate her anti-gaff energy. For her outfit, I want to keep it very casual and comfy, as it gives the vibe of putting minimal effort into one's appearance. So I gave her a hoodie, some lounge shorts, and oh my god, she's dressed like Sans Undertale. Okay, remove the slippers, we're good. So that's the Needy complete. Next, I wanted to design Tumblr from Battle for Niche Internet fame. Now, this is a good example of how much knowing the history of the thing the character represents is important, as it allows you to put references into the design that might not be obvious at first. As a Tumblr girly myself, I flooded this design with references like that came in the Obama roleplay. I'm not fucking around. It looks like she just stepped out in 2014 and it's going to show you her super hula fan art. Galaxy leggings, fault in our star patches, fan makeup, and don't forget those shoelaces. I've seen a lot of Tumblr Gijinkas in which she has a beanie, and while yes, beanies were part of Tumblr fashion, I thought it'd be hilarious if I instead gave her a fedora on par with Curtis Connor at the 2016 Shorty Awards. Of course, also included a pencil behind the ear and her sketchbook to sell the artist portion of the character. And yeah, there's Tumblr. Can you tell I went crazy designing this? Now let's move on to our third design, cheesyhfj inanimate insanity. For this design, I wanted to encapsulate his personality a lot. I gave him some big fun hair to match his big fun personality. His outfit consists of some silly suspenders, these polka dot socks to both represent the fact that he totally owned Crazy Sock Day, but also represent the holes in his design, and a Hawaiian shirt because I think he's literally Weird Al Yankovic trapped in an object show. I also gave him moles around his body to once again represent holds and a little scar on his knee from slapping it so much. Because his color palette is very yellow, I made his skin tone a bit more purple tinted in order to maintain a nice palette. All in all, I think this design turned out pretty good. Get it? Because it's cheese. Laugh! Crashing straight into the next one, here's Bryce, aka Soda Bottle from 1. I focused a lot on his backstory before he got sent to the plane for this one. He was at his fast food job before he went to the bar and got white boy wasted, so I kept it in his work shirt. He also wears this big jacket and beanie to not only represent his appearance, but also because if he's walking around Connecticut in February without those, he's gonna be pretty chilly. I imagined that before he drunkenly fell asleep, he had changed into some pajama pants to be a little bit more comfortable, so I put him in a pair as well. You may have noticed that Bryce is the only character here with a natural hair color. This is due to one being a lot more realistic and down to earth than other object shows. Lastly, I wanted him to look very disheveled and tired, as he's very much like that in season 1. Bro is going through the worst hangover I've ever seen, I swear. Bryce being finished, we only have one more design to go. Last but not least is Limey from Burner, rest in peace. On this one, I implemented one of my secret strategies. When in doubt, plaster the character's object all over the design. I don't care if it's lazy, it's still recognizable. But yeah, that's basically what I did with this design, turning the line pattern into his goggles, gloves, and shoe buckles. Then I threw him in a lab coat, gave him mad scientist hair, and called it a day. Sometimes you don't need to put a bunch of thought into a design in order to make it effective. Limey is finished, cue the fanfare. And with that, all of the designs are done. Now let's get into how you guys did with guessing them. But wait, you may be saying, what about the bonus? Well, the bonus was just my own character, and he is a Capri Sun. Yay, whoopee. Okay, now let's actually get into the guessing. For Needy, literally everyone got her correct. Good job, guys, gold star. Tumblr is where it gets interesting. Most people did get her, but a lot of people either didn't have guesses for her or thought they were cabby. I expected more mixed answers for Tumblr, as her design was based around references I don't expect a lot of OC members to know. TC was also guessed fairly accurately, though some people thought he was a light bulb. They are both yellow and have similar vibes, but alas, this design was not her. Light bulb is goated though. Bryce was also very accurately guessed, with only a few people saying I don't know. For those who said that they didn't know, please go watch one of my cheesyhfj. It's genuinely probably the best option show ever. Its impact on the OC is insane. Please, 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 please watch it. Please, 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 please. And practically everyone got limey, with one even saying, I don't know who they are, but they're definitely a lime. Putting the ass out of the design works, kids. And for the bonus, I think a lot of people missed the part where I said it was an original character because I got a lot of guesses for Surfboard from Epic Audio Show, which I haven't even seen, and none from bfdi. None of these were correct, but I'm glad people can tell he was not inspired. So in conclusion, it seems like my Gijinkas skills are pretty top notch. I'm honestly pretty proud of myself for all these designs, and I hope you guys can learn about different things to take into account when designing Gijinkas of your own. Silhouette, references, personality, backstory, and patterns can not only make a Gijinkas shine, but any other original character design too. Thank you for watching, I'll see you guys soon. Ciao ciao! So I literally only an hour before learned that it's not pronounced Gijinka. Why didn't anybody tell me?